Welcome back to our English learning podcast. Today we're talking about something everyone uses every single day: transportation. Whether you walk, drive, take a bus, or fly across the world, transportation vocabulary is important for real conversations.
Absolutely. When learners try to talk about transportation, they often know the basic words like bus, car, or bicycle, but they're not always sure how to talk about the experience, the problems, or the details. So today, we'll show you how to speak naturally and confidently.
Let's start simple. John, how do you usually get around your city?
Most of the time, I take the subway. It's fast, cheap, and I don't have to worry about parking. But when the trains are crowded, I sometimes take a bus instead. What about you?
I usually drive my car, especially when I'm going to work. The roads can get a bit busy during rush hour, but I like having control over my schedule. If I'm going somewhere downtown, I prefer taking a taxi or rideshare because parking is a nightmare.
See, just in this little exchange, we used a lot of transportation phrases: get around, rush hour, crowded, parking, rideshare. These are expressions learners should know.
Exactly. Let's break a few down. Get around means move from place to place. It doesn't matter which method you use, it could be walking, riding, or driving.
And rush hour refers to the time when everyone is going to or coming from work, usually early morning and late afternoon, and the roads or trains get super busy.
Another useful phrase you mentioned is parking is a nightmare. That's a natural way to say parking is very difficult.
Speaking of difficulties, transportation problems are something people often talk about. For example, long delays, traffic jams, missed buses, broken down trains, you name it.
Right? Let's imagine a conversation. If your bus arrives late, you might say, the bus was delayed. If you're stuck on the road for a long time, you can say, I got stuck in traffic, or the traffic was terrible today.
Or if you arrived late because the train stopped working, you could say the train broke down or there was a problem on the line. These are things native speakers say all the time.
Let's talk about the different modes of transportation learners should know. We'll start with the basics: walking, cycling, driving, taking a bus, taking a taxi, and taking the train.
And then we have bigger or longer distance types like taking a plane, taking a ferry, or traveling by boat. Some countries also have trams or streetcars, and others have motorbikes, scooters, and rickshaws.
I know many learners travel by rickshaw or tuk-tuk. It's totally fine to use these words in English. But if they want a general term, they can say three-wheeler or auto rickshaw.
Good point. Another common question learners worry about is, how do I ask someone about their way of traveling? A simple way is, how do you usually go to work? Or how do you get to school?
And if someone asks you, you can reply naturally with, I take the bus. I drive. I walk. I ride my bike. Or I take the metro.
Let's show how to talk about travel time too. You can say, it takes me 30 minutes to get to work. It takes about an hour to reach the airport. Or the commute is really short.
Commute is another useful word. It means the daily travel between home and work or school.
Speaking of airports, transportation vocabulary becomes especially important when you travel internationally. Do you prefer flying, Annie?
Honestly, I love flying. I like the whole experience, even the airport. But long security lines can be stressful. When I travel, I usually say things like, I need to check in, I have to go through security, or I need to board the plane.
Those are excellent travel phrases. Check in means confirming your flight and getting a boarding pass. Go through security means passing the security check. And board the plane means getting on the plane.
And when the plane lands, you can say, we touched down, or we arrived safely. If the flight gets delayed, a natural phrase is, the flight was delayed by 2 hours.
Coming back to everyday transportation, let's talk about describing experiences. Annie, how would you describe a comfortable ride?
I might say, the ride was smooth, or the bus was comfortable. If there weren't many people, I could say it wasn't crowded, or there was plenty of space.
And if it was uncomfortable, you could say the bus was packed, meaning very full, or the train was noisy, or the ride was bumpy.
Another helpful expression is, I managed to get a seat when you're lucky enough to sit down on a busy bus or train.
Let's teach learners how to ask for directions using transportation words because this is one of the most useful skills.
Good idea. For example, if you want to know which bus to take, you can ask, which bus goes to the city center? Or if you're at the station, you can say, where can I buy a ticket? And if you want to know how long it takes, you can ask, how long does it take to get there by bus?
And when giving directions, you can use phrases like, you need to take the green line. You should get off at the next stop. You have to transfer to another train. Or go straight, then turn left.
Transfer is an important word. It means changing from one bus or train to another.
Let's practice giving an example conversation about public transport directions.
Sure. Imagine someone at a bus stop asking for help. They say, excuse me, how can I get to the museum? You could reply, take bus 25 from here, ride for 5 stops, and get off near the park. The museum is a short walk from there.
Very natural. Now let's talk about ride-sharing apps like Uber or Careem. Many people use these instead of taxis.
Right. Some useful sentences are, I booked a ride. My driver is on the way. The app shows 5 minutes, or can you drop me at the main entrance?
And when you arrive, you can say, you can stop here, or this is perfect, thank you.
Now I want to talk about biking, because many cities are becoming more bike-friendly. If you ride a bike, you can say, I cycle to work, or I use a bike-sharing service.
A bike-sharing service means you rent a bike from a public station. You can also use words like helmet, bike lane, and pedal.
All right, let's move to useful adjectives for transportation. You can describe transportation as fast, slow, convenient, affordable, expensive, reliable, unreliable, safe, unsafe, modern, old-fashioned.
For example, the metro is very convenient, or taxis can be expensive in my city, or the bus system is unreliable.
Let's show learners how to talk about their city's transportation system. John, describe yours.
My city has a pretty good public transportation system. The metro is fast and clean, and the buses arrive on time most days. The only problem is that the trains get crowded during rush hour. What about yours?